Thank you for joining us at Grateful Gratitude with LoLo and Lexie. We are practicing gratitude girls that strive every day to recognize and celebrate our blessings. We are a mother and daughter that practice gratitude every day and put God in the center of our life. The only way to live a blessed and happy life is to be grateful. May you feel God's love and blessing each and every day.
Okay, it's time for another episode of Grateful Gratitude with LoLo and Lexie. And today I want to find out more about you guys because I know your story, and I think it's a very important story for the listeners who follow you guys, especially with the following that you guys are getting, to know more about you guys, where you came from, how you ended up here. And the thing that fascinates me about you guys, one of the things that fascinates me, and this is the very brutal truth, is the mother-daughter relationship that you guys have.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys have been through a lot together. Mm-hmm. And I am really, and I don't want to make this about me, but I'm a big fan of teams.
Yeah.
That's good.
And when I say teams, I'm not talking about football teams. I'm not talking about big groups of people. But two individuals that can come together and really be a team. I really like that. Mm-hmm. And you guys are a fantastic team. And I bet, you know, the way I picture you growing up, Lexie, is you may have had some times, some mother-daughter times, but
yes,
for the most part,
like anyone.
You guys have been a team throughout your life.
Mm-hmm. We've been this whole support to each other. But yes, we are mother-daughter. And I think we've always practiced gratitude. I don't know that we were consciously aware a lot of times in our dark times that we were practicing.
It was all that we had. And
really, we clung to it. I mean...
explain why we call you Lolo. Your name's Lori, but why do we call you Lolo?
Lolo is actually an honor to be called because when Levi was born... If you're not listening in Texas, but in the South and in Texas, you have a grandma nickname instead of being called grandma. Mm-hmm. And Levi came to us in January, and when I was asked what did I want to be called, it was Lolo.
Yeah.
I think someone mentioned Lala, and I said, no, it's Lolo. It's always been Lolo since I knew that there were grandma names.
Right.
And so when I started the blog, I blogged as Lolo Roberts. And the reason I did that is because Levi has been such an inspiration. And
Levi is my son, by the way. He's 7 months old currently.
Our grandson. Because he's been such an inspiration and such a life-changing thing for me, I wanted to pay homage to him and be Lolo.
And all of this has started since he was either... I was pregnant or since he was born, so it kind of just works.
Right. And when Lexie was little, I had a very bad marriage that was, unfortunately, had a lot of drug abuse and alcohol abuse. And we were able to support each other and break through that and move to Dallas. And
it was just us two because I was an only child.
Yeah, 7 years. I was a single mom with just Lexie. And so, I mean, we would hold hands and go places, and that was it. I mean, we just had each other.
Right.
And
we packed up and moved from Illinois to Texas, not knowing exactly what we were getting into. And all I just remember my mom saying is that's the land of opportunity. We're going to Texas.
We have a brand new life.
And it really was. And then as we got there, you know, my mom met my stepdad, got married a few years later and all of that, and it's all just gotten great because of that. But we have both gone through things since then, and in the last year we realized, you know, gratitude is really the reason why we've gotten out of all these hardships.
Well, watching you guys and the way you work together, and I know a little bit about this story.
Yeah.
How old were you when you moved to Texas, Lexie?
Eight and a half, yeah.
And unlike a lot of 8-year-olds, the way a lot of 8-year-olds would have been, you were actually a willing participant in the move. Mm-hmm. Made it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't come here kicking and screaming.
No, she didn't want to necessarily stay with school friends and stuff. She was ready. I mean, but
we were. Yeah.
And Lolo, you talk about the inspiration being your grandson.
Right.
How much of that do you think was derived from watching Lexie go through the pregnancy?
Well, let's just reference in the last year, starting last May of 2017. Lexie had been in Oklahoma supporting Ty,
my husband,
who was at OU. So we're talking within a month's time, He retired from gymnastics.
Next weekend he had finals. Next weekend he graduated. Then we got married the next weekend, went on our honeymoon, and then when we got back from the honeymoon, I found out I was pregnant. And
the following Friday, we lost a family member.
Oh yeah, we also lost a family member.
34.
And then I moved to Texas the day after that.
Yeah. So within a month's time, we'd lost a 34-year-old family member to brain cancer. She'd gone through several life changes of getting married, Ty graduating college,
becoming pregnant in my first
right.
trimester and being hormonal.
Right. And then what followed up that was her bout, I guess I could call it, with anxiety and OCD. And that was like a 8 to 10 week process of
that we talk about in other podcasts,
of coming through that with gratitude.
And I wasn't
strength.
functioning. And then as soon as I got up and started doing better, my dad died.
Yeah.
My estranged dad that we've talked about, that's been in and out of my life.
So he passed away. January, Levi was born. March, you bought a house.
And we started Grateful Gratitude in
right
March.
And I think a lot of that divine inspiration came to me watching what Lexie had gone through in a year and knowing where she was then. And she'd overcome so much. And I mean, we would just sit, we'd pray, and we'd just say, you know what, but I'm grateful for this because it could be this way. And we just kept saying, you know, that I'm so grateful that...
The baby steps. Grateful I was able to drive to the gas station today because I couldn't drive myself because of my anxiety. Or whatever it was, the smallest little steps that I did, I'm better now than I ever been mentally and focused and everything. So
well, and before any of that hit, our insurance had changed. We got different insurance at Wes's work, and it covered mental health,
which it never did before.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So instead of paying I think it was a $9,000 bill, we paid $1,400. I mean, just so many things that we just celebrated and we were grateful for, that we decided we needed to share this and we needed to help other people learn.
And I think that's fantastic. And it's also great how open you guys are with the things that you've dealt with, because I think it's a great example to other people that are going through issues that, I mean, you just heard the laundry list of things that happened within a 12-month period.
Right.
And how many of those times could you have just given up and just thrown your hands up and said, hey, just life sucks.
That's it. And when her dad passed away, I thought, oh my gosh, everything we've been through, I don't know how she's going to handle this. But it was almost like I looked at her and she's in a place in her own life that she understands gratitude and all the blessings that she has, that when I
was at peace very fast.
Kind of, yeah.
I didn't go through the whole grieving process. My counselor even said that.
Yeah. So, I mean, appreciating things that you've got. And every day I see something else come to us that I'm grateful for. But yeah,
so, and then we ended up, Mom came to me in March and said, hey, I want to be a gratitude coach. And I was like, go for it. And so she started a blog that weekend and just blogging about, you know, stories and things like that and how we practice gratitude. We got a crazy reaction right away. It was amazing. And so then we decided to start a Facebook page and Instagram, everything. So we're on every platform now. So we have our blog. How often do you post?
Once a week.
Once a week? Okay. At gratefulgratitude.net. We have a YouTube channel that's Grateful Gratitude 11.
No, just Grateful Gratitude.
It's just Grateful Gratitude. And then we have an Instagram that is Grateful Gratitude 11. And then we have a Facebook page for daily inspiration Bible quotes that is Grateful Gratitude.
And I think I want to say, make sure people understand this is our ministry. This is what we want to do with our lives. I mean, we have 9-to-5 jobs, but the thing I think in closing is that we had our very first post that we post out there that said, may God use me to change lives. And it had over 104,000 people that it reached. And to me, that was God signaling and saying, you guys are
doing great.
You're doing the right thing. And
well, you know, this it almost sounds trite, but God's your marketing department right now. Because what I was going to say before you said that about God, I was going to point out that you guys are not doing this with a huge marketing budget. You're not
at all.
No.
You're not hiring even a small size company to do your marketing.
Us.
You guys are doing it all organically, And it is really unheard of. And I think marketing people have told you that, that it's unheard of to have that kind of reach that quickly. And, when people come here and want to do podcasts, I tell them straight out, look, you're not going to have even 100 listeners overnight.
Right. You told me that.
And you guys, through your Facebook and through your YouTube and through everything that you just pointed out, Lexie, you guys are getting amazing reach.
Well, and I think
we can all relate to it.
And I don't look at any of the analytics anymore because I that's not my focus to know that. I just want to know that one person is touched. But like when we've been read consistently in 7 countries, that means a lot to me because I feel like we're doing what we should. And and it's not about the numbers. I mean, I know a lot of people want all those likes and want all those things. If one person comments on a post.
No, or if we just know one person saw it and it helped their day.
Exactly. It's not about how many likes and shares. It's about
getting gratitude out there.
Someone said, I was just saying this the other day, or they tag someone else who's going through a tough time and say, read this.
Because I know I needed it whenever I was going through my stuff.
And we just want to tell people that you'll come through it.
Yeah.
You'll definitely come through it. Just know that something better is coming. Yeah. It's just a season.
If you're listening to us and you have people that that could use this message, absolutely share this message with people.
Please,
share it with your friends. Share it on Facebook. There's a good chance, I've seen the Facebook numbers, probably a good chance that you're listening to us, you found it on Facebook. Go and hit that share button and share it with the people that you touch. Because you never know. As you guys point out, all it takes is just helping one person. So if you think about your reach as you're listening to this and your Facebook, your social media, your friends, your family, there's going to be at least one person in that group of people, if not many more that you have no clue and like you pointed out, Lori, or Lolo. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
As you pointed out, you don't know what people are going through. And I can promise you this. People are going through a whole lot more than you think they are. They're going through a whole lot more than they're going to tell you. They're going through a whole lot more than they're going to show you. So don't just think, well, all my friends on Facebook, they have a great life. Because you know what? They don't.
It's a highlight reel.
And there's people sitting next to you suffering that you don't know.
No.
And you never know. You share these episodes with those people. If one of those people comes back to you and says, hey, thanks for sharing that with me.
Oh, well, so great.
How good are you going to feel?
And reach out to us because we've been in some really dark times. That's
someone reaching out to me.
No. It's the Lord telling you.
But yeah. And so also I just want to mention that we do workshops too if you're in the Dallas area.
For women and
teen girls
and then
young girls,
and then we have co-ed monthly inspiration that
meetings.
Some people thought were only female, but no, they're co-ed. So
anyways, thanks for listening.
Wouldn't that be a great first date?
Yeah.
Right.